Hey there, you're listening to Movies Not Music, the bi-weekly Waves on the Shore series, in which I lead Evan through the world of the film industry. We're glad to have you here today, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode.
We're not biased, we just don't like bad music.
Right, so we're back, we're back, I can't, we're back with a, I can't do.
Shut up, man. Right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Waves on the Shore, your favourite podcast, with myself and Jaron.
I can't.
Today's episode, as you can tell by the title, is another episode of Movies Not Music, Eminem. And today, we've actually got Notting Hill. This is the movie
A proper classic, you could say.
Proper classic. Yes, man.
Yeah,
it's a
bro.
belter.
Okay, I won't be able to do this. You can keep doing it. But, yes, we're watching Notting Hill.
Well, we have watched.
We've watched. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll go in and out of the British and the American. Or, I guess English.
Southern boy.
No, that is English. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Yeah, Notting Hill. This is an interesting movie for me because, like, if I go online, I see that, like, a lot of people have watched it. But to me, this was, like, a movie that, like, never existed. And then I was like, oh, what's this little indie film? It's not an indie film, but that's kind of what it felt like to me because I just never heard of it, ever. But apparently, Evan has watched it.
So this is an
before.
interesting movie for me, too, because I've been picking my brain, right? I still don't know where I saw this, but I've seen it. Like, cause
you have. Like, you have.
Yeah, because I looked it up, right? And I was like, man, that looks like the two actors. What's her face? Shoot,
Julia Roberts. My queen. One of my many queens.
And the dude. I forget who the dude is.
Oh, but, guys! If you're playing bingo with the, Did you actually? Little side tangent.
Yeah, but Evan.
If you're playing,
what one is it? Evan not knowing something, or like Evan?
There was one.
What's the one
Here,
spot?
I'll pull it up. But
I saw it. I know the one you're referring to.
There's one in particular. Well, there's Evan not knowing, but there's another one I'm referring to because there's the Jaron simping, and I caught myself I said,
dude, that's actually so. Where is the bingo card again?
I posted it on the Waves on the Shore page, but
right.
Drew, shout out to Drew, made it, DM'd me, and it's available to play along. You can join the Discord, or you can
make your own though.
No, that's what I'm saying. So, well, what you can do is you can go to the Discord and it randomizes it, so it's not the same for everyone. So every time you
words right, that's not me not saying a word right.
No,
that's me not knowing something. Jaron thinks of a movie to watch. Evan rants about Swifties. Someone guesses what who the frick first try.
Drew is making me so self-aware, like actually, because like
Jaron's simping. Josh Turner hasn't released a real album in 7 years. Show and tell time was actually before we started recording.
Show and tell time already happened. I guess it's happening right now.
We were doing that before we started recording.
Peep the stolen gas station.
Listeners are so confused right now.
I know.
Oh man, I didn't. That is
my
so
favorite
good.
segment. I know. My favorite segment is the listeners are so confused right now.
Dude, that is such a good bingo card, man. We gotta make. That's iconic.
But anyway, mark off Jaron simping because that happened. That just happened. Julia Roberts is one of my queens. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her.
So yeah, I looked it up and I was like, man, that seems familiar. And then I was like, the bookstore. I'm like, no, this is too. So I watched a recap and I was like, yeah, I've seen this. Like, I know what's happening. Like, there's a scene where they open the door and the paparazzi are there, and then he's like at the old like 1800s movie shoot, and she's like saying that she doesn't like the guy, but she likes the guy, and they crash the award show. I was like, wait, I've seen this, but for the life of me, I can't remember where.
Wow. So in preparation for this, is all you did is you didn't rewatch the movie, you just watched
not the whole movie.
Thing?
I watched the recap.
That kind of makes me sad.
Well, I've already seen the movie, dog.
I've already seen it too, but I rewatched it, bro.
Think of all right.
No, because look, there's some
how
really
many times Jaron actually watched the movie he told me to watch.
Okay, but a lot. To be fair, the big reason why I rewatched this one is because I'd only seen it once, and I wanted to like a lot of those other movies. Like I've seen Casino Royale probably 8 times. Did I rewatch Casino Royale when we covered it? No, because I've seen it probably 8 times. I have not seen Notting Hill 8 times. So,
well,
I watched it again. And I'm not actually upset, but I'm glad I rewatched it because there's a lot of really good dialogue that you probably don't remember. Like, there's just some...
You say that like I would have picked up on good dialogue anyway.
You would. It's like good songwriting. It's the same kind of deal.
I guess. I did enjoy the movie. Like, I do like the movie.
You do remember enjoying it, maybe? How long... Like, was this like a 10-minute YouTube recap? Or like, what was...
No, it was like 23 minutes or something.
It was a 23-minute... Like, it was a... What did you watch?
Or like 18 minutes or something. It was a pretty beefy recap.
Like, somebody was just, like, going into everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
and I was like, yeah.
One of the highlights of this movie for me is just the humor in it. None of it relies on, like, bad... Like, a lot of comedies and rom-coms rely on, like, just, like, low bar, like, inappropriate, like, like, sex jokes or, like, whatever. And you get some of that... You get, like sex jokes, but they're, like, more... tasteful, I guess. Or they're just not tasteful. That's not the word.
Tasteful sex jokes.
I don't... That's not the word. Intelligent is probably the best way to put it. Like, there's the scene towards the very beginning of this movie. It's probably in the first 5 minutes when William, who is the main character... I think that's right. Mm-hmm. William and Anna. I think his name is Will.
Anna, Scott, and Will.
Yeah, William Thacker.
Thacker.
Will's roommate is like, "What shirt should I wear to this date that I'm about to go on with this girl?" And he's like trying on a bunch of different shirts, and the last one is like, "I love you." It's like a very wholesome
it's like, you're
shirt.
the most beautiful girl in the world.
It's something like that. Yeah, I think you're right. And
Jeez,
when he
you're not
turns
remembering
around,
the details very well, Jaron.
well, I remember what the back.
The movie.
I remember what the back of this shirt says. That's the point.
Oh.
And when he's anyway, Will's like, "Yeah, that's the shirt, man. Go with that." And the guy goes,
spins.
"Awesome, great." He turns around and goes up the stairs, and on the back of his shirt it says, "Fancy a fuck." And it's just really good.
It's
There's
so
like
rich.
a lot of, and then one of my other favorite things is when, like, I mean, first off, Will, this is very unrealistic, and I think that's what makes it funny, is that he owns a bookstore, but it's a travel bookstore. Like, why would you corner yourself into such a niche instead of just having a bookstore?
Yeah, like more books.
that just gives you more business. That's just, you're setting yourself up for failure, man. But there's a guy that comes in often. He comes in, like, it's at least 2 times in the movie. It might just only be 2, but it could be 3. He comes in and he's like, do you have Winnie the Pooh? Do you have, like, the new like,
everything? And he's just like,
whatever.
No.
And he's like, this is a travel bookstore. And he's like, he's like, do you have Winnie the Pooh? And he's like, that wouldn't be a travel book, would it? And he's like, no, I guess not. And that dude walks in, like, towards the end of the movie while him and Anna are, like, having a very serious conversation. And he goes, "No, get out. Go. Like, he just, like, yells at him, like, as he's opening the door.
Don't need that
and, like,
business.
And the guy's like, "Oh, all right." And, like, walks away. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, I think the humor in this movie is, like, top tier. For me, this is, like, S-tier rom-com material, because it's like there's just good everything.
No, that's a genuinely good movie. I'm not cringing at this movie. I am laughing at it. I am not cringing at it. That's the difference.
Also,
between...
real quick, I think we should. I feel like it was said on our last episode that we were maybe gonna do 2 movies. I might be misremembering that. We are only doing
1,
but we're only gonna do 1 because Evan. That's too much. It's too much for Evan. Honestly, quite frankly.
My little brain just couldn't handle it.
We were Evan's been busy, and he's been galloping and frolicking and reading books.
Those
and
fields need to be frolic, man.
Yeah, and the other movie we were gonna do, which we could still do, but it's
we're still doing it. We're still doing it, bro. We're still don't try and bail.
Dang it. Okay,
But on
so
the
I guess
topic
next episode will be Christmas with You, which is a Netflix original rom-com, and it's not good. It's not good. Not anything Netflix. Okay, so the thing about Netflix stuff is like 90%, maybe like 85% of it is like just certified not good. And then like
then
the other 50,
sometimes.
and then the other 15% is like you'll get a movie like for every 20 Christmases with You, you get a Set It Up. And Set It Up is a really good Netflix rom-com, like really good, honestly. But were you saying something about this movie?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about books actually.
Oh, okay.
I finished a book.
Oh, really?
Well, I finished a few, but I want to show the one. Oh, this is show and tell.
Okay, show and tell times.
Bingo. Look at the book I read. Yeah. Oh,
you read Where the Crawdads Sing.
It
and he's
never
got it on
told me
hardback.
where they sing. I didn't find out.
So maybe you're stupid.
They
but
kept going
where
on
they
about some
where,
Kaya Clark lady, but
where they sing is where the book takes place. So,
I freaking love that. If you go back a few months, I put that as my favorite movie. I now read the book, and I'm like, well, that's probably my favorite book. I think it's just my favorite story. Like, I think the premise of what it's built around just is my favorite thing.
Okay, also, the cover. Can we talk about the cover? The colors? It's a fire cover. If that was an album cover, you know?
I know, I'm kind of sad. The, like, soundtrack of the soundtrack kind of just got some weird, like... Well, not weird. It's, oh, shoot. What's her name that plays Kaya?
Oh.
She's British.
Oh.
It's a three-namer.
Daisy Edgar Jones.
Daisy Edgar Jones.
Got it. I'm a straight shooter. Bang, bang, bang. Got it.
It has the cover, but, like, the cover's, like, in her neck, and it's just kind of like, why couldn't that have just been the cover? She's beautiful. Yeah. Did she need to be swallowing the actual cover? Get
this attractive woman out of my face, bro.
Please.
Stop.
Like, if it was a dude, we'd be... No. But, yeah. Dude,
Shirtless Tate is on the cover instead.
Dude, I finished reading the book, and I just, like, listened to Carolina by Taylor Swift. Exactly what I did with the movie, and I was just kind of there, like...
Dang. Watching the sunset on a glorious on a victorious day. You know? You just conquered. Today. You conquered something. Yeah, you secured it. The bag was got. It was obtained.
Reading that book, though, I feel like I could pull off murder pretty well if I was, like, you know.
Yeah, officer, this man right here. This guy right here.
So, I don't know how. Go back to, like... Okay, nowadays, you're toast, bro. No chance. Back in 1969, when she murders Chase, I'm sorry. I'm not getting caught if I commit murder. There's no way. If you're getting caught for crimes back in the day...
Yeah, Kaya ain't getting away with that.
What?
Kaya ain't getting away with it. You're like, Kaya ain't getting away with that. Like, if I'm... You know how I am. I know everything until I need to remember things. What is the dude that she murders?
Chase.
What's his name? Chase. If I'm Chase, Kaya ain't getting away with that. No. I'm just one quick...
just like, she goes to push me. I dodge the push. Push her through the hole. Nah, but, like... there's no video cameras. There's no... Nothing. Like, as long as you get rid of your fingerprints, like, dog.
Yeah, you can... As long as I get rid of the fingerprints, I can just say, no. I can just... No. Wrong. I didn't do it. False.
So yeah, killers back in the day.
Quite frankly.
Yeah. Nowadays, it's just an L if you try and kill people. I don't condone murder, by the way. I'm not trying to say you should go try and get away with murder. I'm just saying, if I happened to be alive in 1969, I wouldn't have committed murder. But if I was going to, I would have got away with it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Evan. Okay. Anyway.
Notting Hill.
Yeah, back to Notting Hill. What do you think of... Actually, just tell me what you think of the movie. We'll just start there.
Like I was
just
saying,
overall thoughts.
I really liked it because it's not cringy. It's like one I'm actually laughing along to, but at the same time, like, so the comedy part is done really well, and the romance part is like, I'm just like, yeah, this is actually something I can get semi-attached to. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Go secure the bag.
My king.
Go, William. You can do it. And I think it's like, I just love the funny bits. Like, I love when they're like he has her over for dinner with like his family.
Okay, so that actually might be like the best part of the movie.
Dude, it's just so good.
It's got a lot of wholesome parts in it because when they first see her, like, first it's his best friend and his best friend's wife, and they're like, that's Anna Scott. And then it's one of it's his sister who walks in next.
And his sister.
And then it's their other friend that walks in, and he doesn't even realize who she is.
But his sister.
He's like, yeah, she's like freaking out. And he's talking about how... Oh, actually, I think his sister gets there last. But anyway, he's talking about how... He's like, oh, you're into acting. Oh, that's cool. And he's like not realizing that she's Anna Scott. And he's like, well, yeah. Well, he's not really trashing it, but he's like, oh, it's a tough gig. Like, it just doesn't make a lot of money. It's just like... And then he's like, yeah, so what did you make on your last gig? And she was like, $15 million. And he goes, oh, well, that's not bad. He's just like... And then he realizes that it's Anna Scott in like the next scene, and it's pretty funny. It's pretty great. And also, it's like it starts off with all that humor, but then like they fast forward like a few hours later to when they're actually like eating dinner. And there's actually a really nice scene where they all they're like roasting each other, but it's like all in good fun. Like everybody's getting roasted.
Like the brownie kind of thing, or
yeah, it's whoever has the suckiest life basically gets the last brownie. And after everybody goes around, they're like not gonna do Anna, but Anna's like, well, let me go. And they're like, really? But like, you're like Anna Scott, your life can't suck. But then she like goes into how she's lived with like this fame for so long, and it's kind of horrible, and she has to like keep her body in shape, and she's gone through surgeries to make sure she looks beautiful, and like all this other stuff, which, it's first world problems, but like everybody's got their own baggage. And it's a nice kind of scene.
Yeah, gosh darn it, man! I had to get a haircut to earn 20 mil.
It further humanizes the group as a whole, and everybody's just kind of like, oh, she's a person. She's not just Anna Scott, hot chick.
All right, hear me out.
Right.
So,
okay.
Every gig has its downsides.
Right.
If someone's gonna offer me $15 million and all I have to do is stay in shape.
Well, that's not all you have to do, but okay.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, oh, I have to stay in shape because, like, whatever, they want, like, a thin actor or whatever. I'm just like, bro, I'm sorry. If there's a position that I'm going to do and they're going to give me 15 mil, but they want it to be a big, strong guy, you better believe I'm in the gym. All right? That's called chasing the bag, okay?
Right,
like,
right.
I am scrawny, but I will be pumping iron, right?
Sure.
Max PRs left and right if I'm making 15 mil. I'm not going to turn around and say, oh my gosh, like, guys, do you know how much physical strain I went through to work out?
I think it was less about, it's not her.
No, it's more about the beauty standards, but I'm just saying, like.
Well, some of it's the beauty standards, but also, some of it's also like, she's like been living with a diet for the majority of her life. So she's like kind of low-key starving herself. And she's probably only allowed to eat. She is a vegetarian,
yeah,
so she like only eats. She doesn't eat meat, and so it's
but
like.
Could you give up meat for 15 mil a year, minimum? Because she's probably doing multiple movies a year.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
The meat's gone, bro. I'm sorry. I'll be vegetarian if you want to give me that money. I'm just saying. But the social aspect of paparazzi, yeah, that's trash. That's trash.
Yeah, for sure. I really enjoy. Everybody talks about it, so it's like, it's not. I'm not saying anything special here. I don't know if you remember it, but it's the scene towards the end. It's kind of like the final. It's the big climax. It's the final confrontation. It's like the big, and I really like this about the movie. it's actually, it kind of looks at it in a fairly realistic, like, it's not, he's not always lovey-dovey about her. Like, he doesn't just forgive her for everything, because she kind of
Plays on him a little bit, and he
she
knows his
well,
worth.
and yeah, that's true. And the thing is, it's the issue is it comes with, it's just part of her life is having to deal with all this other stuff. And so for him being a normal guy who runs a travel bookstore, it's kind of like it's hard for him to keep up. It's hard for him, like it's just not, he's not able to do it. And I guess I really like when he feels like the final straw is when he finds out she's in London, and they've had a one run-in since the paparazzi showed up at his house, and she kind of got mad at him, even though it wasn't his fault. She was emotional, and he visits her in London while she's on set, and she's like, "You should stay, and maybe when I'm done, we can kind of catch up." And so he stays and listens in when they're getting ready to film, and she's like talking to another actor on the set, and he's like, who's that one guy that you're hanging out with? What's up with that normie?
Oh, it's nothing.
And she's like, oh, it's nothing. He's just a friend. And my
He's
boy
listening.
William's like,
It's tapped in.
well, and the big reason why he's upset is because, like, yeah, he's a normal guy, but like, why do you have to just
Do me
like,
like
why
that.
do you have to act like, I mean, why can't you be proud of that friendship, you know?
But she
instead of
kind of goes
brushing
to
it
explain
aside.
how, like, why would she's like, well, why would I be honest to these people that are just like leeching for whatever? So she's
Yeah,
like,
she doesn't act like
she's
that
playing everything
relationship.
down kind of for their sake.
Yeah, to her, the reason she did that is because that other person doesn't actually care. Why would I give them personal information if, like, it's pointless?
Yeah.
Like, that's a dead end. So, and that actually makes sense. Like, you're not gonna, I mean, I don't go around telling people, like, all of the daily happenings in my life and all my business, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, why would you? So that makes sense. But also Will doesn't necessarily understand that because that's not his life. The people that he always sees are the people, like, those are his, like, friends, you know? Those are the people that he does tell things to. So that makes sense. But I really like that.
One other scene I really like has got to be when she's like, oh, I'm back in London, like, here's the hotel I'm staying at, come visit. And first of all, he has to, like, call in. She's registered under
Oh, that's literally the
Flintstone.
first time. So that's after they run into each other. In a few days, she leaves a message on his phone, but he doesn't find out about it until 3 days later because his roommate, who is hilarious, is like, oh, yeah, you had a message from this girl named Anna. And Will's like,
dude.
huh?
Yeah, and so he
It's-
runs up.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
so
like
good.
what would you call it? Like a news round or like a
No, it's a press tour for a movie.
press tour for a movie?
Yeah,
And
they're
so
they're in London for the press tour because
to
that's how
get-
press tours work.
Yeah,
they stop
so-
all across, like, Europe and America and stuff.
So to get in the thing, like, he's just there to see Anna, but there's, like, guards there to make sure not just anyone gets in. So he has to pose as like a like
He
an
pretends to
interviewer.
be
a magazine.
He pretends to be a journalist from Horse and Hound.
Which is the book he sees on the ground. Doesn't know
Yeah.
anything about the movie and just tries to get by. And I think it's a really funny scene. But then what's funnier
Well,
is after he has his few minutes with Anna, he has to interview everyone else.
Yeah,
It's
he has-
so funny.
Yeah, it's really. He's like, so. He's like, oh, when he interviews, like, the child actress, he's like, so was this your first film? And she was like, no, it's my 22nd. And she was like, oh, what was your favorite? What's been your favorite experience working on a film? And she's like, oh, probably working with Leo. And he's like, oh, Leonardo da Vinci? And she's like, no, Leonardo DiCaprio. And it's like, just like, he's so out of touch. Like, he's just like,
You
he's
know
just
what
a
it is?
normal
It's like
guy.
if you threw me in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would
Except
like you
wouldn't-
could hold your own.
But you
I
wouldn't be
could
able to
not.
bag Julia Roberts.
Are you kidding me, bro?
No,
You're
you wouldn't
talking
be
to
able
the man who would pull Sarah Cameron on a bad day. Julia Roberts is not out of reach. At all.
On a bad day.
She's in the
Sorry,
budget.
She's in the budget. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've never heard somebody say that before.
It kind of works.
She's in the budget. I gotta use that sometime.
I just got that one on the
good.
spot, man.
She's in the budget.
And that's why, right?
That's good.
It's the qualities like that. It's the
You have the
humor, it's
potential,
wit.
Riz. You have the potential, Riz.
I'm a DM Julia Roberts right now.
All right.
I'm gonna just
Go off, King. Just be like, hey, so I was watching Notting Hill, and I'm pretty sure I could bag that. That would be hilarious. While you're doing that, back to the scene towards the end, the climax that I was talking about. I'm meant to talk about. She has her like kind of speech not like monologue thing, where she's like, "I'm just a girl who's trying to, who just wants the boy to love her," like kind of thing.
I forgot she's older.
Butchering. Yeah, I'm butchering that quote, but I really like that scene. and I think what really makes that scene is when he's like, "No, I don't want to pursue this because he thinks that he's just gonna keep getting let down, and he doesn't want to. He just, and like the thing is, he likes her. He just doesn't think he can keep going through that because he likes her. And to me, that's a very relatable feeling of like not wanting to be led on and repeatedly let down.
So what should my pickup line be?
I don't even know, man. Just, you could maybe say something about, I mean, Julia Roberts was also in Ocean's 12, remember?
Right.
Maybe you could do something with that. I don't know. Is your name Danny because you're my ocean or something? I don't know. That's bad, but like, that's not good. But I don't know. I don't use pickup lines. I just rizz.
I destroy a casino for you.
That's right. I'd rob other rich people with rich people for you. Oh man. Also, Hugh Grant looks really good in this movie. Like, I'm not gay. Just full disclosure.
Is that the guy?
I like women.
Is that William?
Yes. Hugh Grant plays William. Like, his hair, it's his hair. His hair is insane.
His hair is kind of nuts, actually.
It's, like, kind of crazy. And like I said, like, me and Evan are both straight. Like, certified.
Yeah, I would rob a casino for you, Hart.
I didn't... Just do it. Send it. Full send.
Dude, I have pretty good luck with DMing celebrities.
I hope that like 2 months later she just randomly checks that DM and likes it.
I just want to see
doesn't
scene.
respond.
All I want to see is
Just
scene.
Remember? Oh gosh, that reminds me. Remember when I tagged? So like, I had a midlife crisis at the beginning of my
Tenille.
college. Well, yeah. This is a Tenille thing. This is like there's two parts to this story. So I like explained to her, like I like was like, Tenille, I need advice, and she straight up like responded, like I've told you about this. I can't hear you right now. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, no?
Oh wait, no, I can hear you now. That was weird.
Clown.
That was weird. Anyway, I'll keep going. Bruh. Why you gotta attack me like idiot clown? Sheesh.
Fool.
And so like we've had that interaction before, and I kind of like forgot that existed. Like it's like one of those situations where like a thing happened and it like it's like one of those big things that's like kind of cool, but it like it's almost like you didn't expect it to happen, and you like it doesn't feel real, so you don't like you just kind of forget about it. And a few months later, I like make a post like in like November, so this is a few months after this, and it's unrelated to Tenille Townes. Absolutely no relation at all. And I tag her in it. And I'm like, but I think nothing of it. And a few months after that, I'm like, oh yeah, I had a conversation with Tenille. I just wanted to remember exactly what the conversation was. And so I went back to read it. And when I did that, the most recent thing that popped up was the fact that I tagged her in a post, and all it said was "seen," and I was like, "Oh God." And the best part was, like, above that is like our conversation prior. So she's probably like, "What the hell is this?"
She
Like,
thinks
just
you're
like,
so weird, bro.
it's I was like, I'm just gonna.
Weird.
I don't even know what came over me. Bro, I had the devil in me that night. Theo Vaughn, my inner Theo Vaughn came out, and I was just like, I'm gonna do something wild, and I just tagged Tenille Townes.
Since she responds to DMs, I just asked her. I need to know though who you rooting for in the playoffs. I
Who?
also
Tenille?
Mm-hmm. She's Canadian.
Yeah.
I also Olivia Rodrigo is not obviously out of my reach. Obviously, I am the one that broke her heart that inspired Sour, so like it's tough for me to get back. She's playing hard to get though. I asked her to prom last year.
Okay, I can. Oh man, this is so bad.
I asked Olivia Rodrigo to prom last year, and she's still left me undelivered. Just she's just trying to be like hard to get and stuff. Are you reading your DMs from Tenille?
Hold on. Okay, so we've had two different conversations. I forgot about the second one. I'm such a simp. God help me. The thing is, she's such a nice person. Like, she responded to me, and like it wasn't just like 2 sentences. Like, she cared. Like, she's just she's a genuine, like, kind soul. And I was like, thanks for listening to Neil. And then at the beginning of 2022, literally New Year's Day, I literally was like, hey, I just want to let you know, because I discovered her in 2021. Like, I didn't discover her, but that's when I actually started listening to her music. And I was like, I just think you're awesome, and you're an inspiration, and your music's awesome, that kind of thing. And she said, I will read you what she said. Aw, thanks for the kind words. 3 exclamation marks. It means so much to me. You sharing your story inspires me very much. Sending you a hug and all the very best for your new year. And I just liked it because I'm not trying to like carry on a conversation with like it's unrealistic that would happen. I'm not that desperate. And then
Sometimes so.
and then 7 months later, I tag her in a random
Oh, it's that one. It's not even enough.
And it just says
picture.
it says if my will my camera focus.
I didn't realize it was that one. Bro, she thinks you're like the creepiest dude.
I know, it's so bad. You
Dude,
can
imagine you meet
right
Tenille
there.
one day.
It's not focusing, but you can see it says "scene" right there.
What happens when you?
words.
Oh, we can see it. What happens when you go to National and bump into Tenille in this video? Yeah.
No,
Hey,
I
yo,
will.
Tenille, do you remember me?
If for some reason I ever meet Tenille, like years down the road, and we're like having a conversation, I don't know if I should bring it up. She wouldn't even remember it. She probably saw it and honestly was like, that's weird. And then she's probably forgotten about it. But for me, it's like I'm very self-conscious about it. Because it's like, it's like, what was I thinking, man? It was, you know what it was, is I posted, that was from the post of when we and my buddies got back together a few months after college ended. And in the middle of the summer, we're like all hanging out. And I'm like riding this high of being with the homies. And so I probably just like balls to the wall was like, I'm tagging Tenille Townes in this post for no reason in particular. And of course, because Tenille Townes checks her DMs. Like, I hate my life sometimes. No words. I have no words. I'm an idiot.
Bro. That's unreal. That's like, bro, you want to talk about some anti-rizz? That's like, it was
and
so
I also,
bad.
it's also hilarious because I talk about, like, I'm not literally obsessed with her, but I do admire her but the joke is that, like, I simp after her a lot. And it's the fact that, like, I'm making, like, an F-boy
And you look like you got like the insect like zoom.
It's just too. This is a clip. This whole thing is a clip.
Speaking of anti-rizz, bro, my friend.
This is too.
He. What was it? He did one of the like Instagram note things. And.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
What did he?
I got you.
Shoot, I'm forgetting what he said. But he said he's always goofy on.
Hold on. I just opened my Instagram and
no, it's actually a really wholesome post. I just read it.
Okay. I'm sorry. All I saw was the
wholesome.
picture.
Do I keep going or do I wait for you to read the Post Malone post?
Oh, it's the weight loss thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good. He's just lost weight. He's not on drugs.
Yeah.
Continue.
So yeah, I forget what my buddy said, but he was always saying something goofy, and some like pretty darn attractive his type girl responds very flirtily, and so my boy, when we're talking about fumbling bags.
Oh no. Who let him? Wait, who let him cook?
This is
who let him cook?
He spiked it on the 1 yard line. Like my boy just responds with a question mark.
Oh no!
I'm like,
did he? Wait, did he like genuine like? What was the thought process? Like, no, like walk me through this. Like,
so that's what I'm saying. I was like, bro, what is that? What did you do? So
no, how do you? No, but like, what did she say? Can you tell me what she said?
I forget what they said, but like, he responds to the question mark, and I guess his logic or something was like,
was he confused?
No, but he didn't know how to respond.
And so he just sent a question mark.
And his defense was, oh, well then maybe like she'd have to like explain, right? And then it would be obvious. I'm like, it already is obvious.
No.
Bro got left on. So like,
man, that's painful.
it was
bro.
Dude. We never let him go on that because he is always like.
Remember, you know, lost. I don't even know who your homie is, but we lost a soldier.
Bro, it was one of the worst fumbles of all time. I was just responding like, dog, what was that?
I'm gonna be honest. Like, unless I'm really close with a person, I like rarely just send somebody a question mark. I am never going to send anyone that I'm not super familiar with just a question mark, unless they're like out of pocket, just like. Unless they like set a precedent for like being wild, you know what I'm saying? Like if they slide into my DMs and they're going crazy, then I might go. I might just like spam them with memes or something. But like that's like for like a honey is in your DMs and you send them a question mark.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what are you like? What? Why?
Look,
huh?
I guess maybe I shouldn't be talking, but Tenille Townes is different because that's unrealistic. If we're being
advice from Jaron.
If we're being honest, look, I have some experience. All right, I've seen
not successful. But...
I've been in the bruh. Okay, well, nobody's really successful until you're actually married. So stop that. All right, chill. Yeah, the Tenille thing, man. I don't even. And I guess we're gonna come back to Notting Hill for like the third time.
Yeah,
the movie is good. I think I rated it.
I gave it 4 stars.
And did you review it?
Mm-hmm.
What are your words? What were your kind words?
Do you want to read it or should I?
I'll let you read it.
I said, why the flatmate dressed like Cardi though? Because he kind of is.
As in Cardi B?
No, as in Playboy Cardi.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Playboy Cardi would absolutely pull up in the same fits that the room is. And you cannot try and tell me otherwise.
My review for this movie is Alec Baldwin is a casual Sigma male in this movie. Do you know who Alec Baldwin is?
No.
It's the boyfriend halfway through the movie.
Oh.
And he's like, could you get me some like ice cold water? And he's like, oh, and can you also like do this? And he's like just freaking like sucks face with Anna like right in front of the dude. And it's just like, man is a Sigma male. Like man is just like, just asserting himself, like, in front of who he, like, as far as he is aware, this dude is, like, working a 9 to 5. He's just a 9 to 5, like, butler, and you, like, go out of your way to just, like, assert dominance over your rich, hot actress girlfriend. And it's just like, man, what are you doing, man? Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. I think that scene's hilarious. And Alec Baldwin, it's also kind of funny because, well, that's actually not funny. I shouldn't say that. Alec Baldwin's an interesting guy. I like him for the most part. He's actually recently, in the past year or so, been in some controversy because on the set of a movie that he was filming, there was his gun that, like, his prop gun was actually loaded with
is he
real
the one
bullets.
that accidentally killed someone?
He accidentally killed someone. So, yeah. But I think all the legal stuff is kind of, like, it's just a weird situation where it's like, how did that happen? Like, obviously he didn't mean to kill that person, but he did it. So it's like, what is, like, it's just weird. But I think they're, like, finishing filming that movie, like, right now. So, and that's gotta be weird, because it's like,
That vibe would be awkward on set.
yeah, kind of killed someone.
Alec, don't point the gun this way, son.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if that movie, it's called Rust. I don't really know what the movie's about. I think it's a Western, maybe. But, yeah, Notting Hill, it's a good time. What did you give it again? 4? I gave it 4 too. Great minds think alike.
Don't insult me like that.
Next episode, I hate you. Literally, like, I think it was like 2 episodes, maybe even last episode. I, like, went at you, and you basically were like, dude, I'm stupid. Chill. So, like, don't act like you're smarter than I am. Okay, we're probably about the same intelligence. Okay.
I got more rizz though. That's such a lie. But, well,
maybe. Why is that a lie? I mean, I'm not saying you do have more rizz. I think we both have maybe a fair amount. I would like to state for the record, the last few women I've talked to have all been older than me. One of which was 27 years old, and I had to kindly decline. Okay, ma'am, I'm sorry, but
I feel like I don't pursue much at all. I feel like I more have to play like.
Okay, I'm not even trying to be that guy, and I'm not trying to be like my rizz is so good that I don't pursue things, but like legit, like the thing with. Like the thing that I just brought up.
I don't.
Okay, continue.
There's not many people I've ever gone after. I more have to be the jerk that says like, no, and then I feel really bad. But I'm just like,
sure.
You put me in a pickle here, miss.
You have inconvenienced me by expressing romantic feelings towards me, and I don't appreciate it.
Because
I've been in that situation.
Politely, I'm not trying to be a jerk. Frankly, I was loading up my paddleboard to go sit on the lake.
There's 3 options there for me, but continue.
No, go.
Okay. There's 3 options for me. It's either I'm not into you and you have expressed feelings for me, and it gets awkward because I don't like being mean to people, so I have to find a nice way to be like, I also don't like lying to them and being like, I'm seeing someone, so I will literally just tell them the truth. I'll be like, I'm just not interested. I will just tell them the truth because like I don't want to be that guy that's like, well, I'm talking to someone and it's like that's just not true, you know. And then there's the second option is like this, like you're kind of into this person and they express feelings for you, but like this is the 27-year-old situation. It's like you're attractive. But guess what,
You're
honey?
ancient. You're
prehistoric.
No,
it's not even. It's not even. It's not even that she was 27.
I'm gonna have to help you out of your wheelchair next year, honey.
It was that from our conversation, and it was actually a really good conversation that we had. From our conversations that we had, I got the sense that she was at we were just at different stages in life. Seemed like she was really ready to like settle down and like, you know, like
meanwhile,
get in the
my boy
saddle.
Jaron out here is still tagging Tenille Townes in insect pictures.
Stop. And then the third option is I'm into her and it just doesn't work out. So Yeah, sad boy hours.
We
So,
should have like a dating segment where we just like matchmake or something.
what do you mean? Like,
Just
I'm interested.
have some random person. We just give them dating advice. We'll be like a Dr. Phil or something.
We could maybe we could actually do something like that, and what we could do is we could actually probably call, like, we could be like, hey, which one of our viewers wants to like
None.
wants dating advice, like
None
wants
of them.
bad dating advice, and like we could not, we shouldn't, like, we're obviously not gonna get on bad dating advice. We should call it something like
But we don't have no good dating advice.
well, but I also wouldn't say it's bad either, you know. I think I have pretty good discernment skills when it comes to relationships, and even if it's just a friendship or whatever. What?
You may have a chance here. I'm too much of a hard-headed dude. Like, I'm too much of a caveman brain. Like, bro, I'm gonna go play spike ball. I can't lie.
Question mark sending.
Nah, frankly, if it was me, I probably, what would I have done?
Leave them on red.
If I was uninterested.
Not opened it.
If I was uninterested, I probably would have said like, "Yep" or "cool."
Give them.
But the thing is, I don't think I would have been interested because I'm not trying to date anyone right now. I'm not trying to be pinned down like that.
I'm in a similar sentiment.
Like,
honestly,
politely, I'm not trying to deal with anyone else's issues right now.
Sure.
So, if
I'm
anyone
honestly
came to me
just
for
so
dating advice,
busy
I
that
should
like,
go.
that was part of it with like just recently, like if there's been potential like relationship prospects, it's been like, even if,
Jaron's too busy with the kids.
well, there's work, and then I have work after work, which is tutoring, and then there's the podcast, and then there's like the other things that I'm involved with. So there's like church, and then there's like, and then trying to have time to myself. I'm not like spending every waking hour like doing things. Like I want to.
Are you an
I want to
introvert or an
just,
extrovert? Like, do you?
Huh?
Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Like, do you recharge with people or alone?
A mixture, I would say, because I really like spending time with people, but I don't like spending. I don't like I like. Here, let's put it in. Let's use concerts as an example. I never want to be in a mosh pit. I want to be like some people are like, yeah, I love to mosh. I love to like just hang out and party, you know? I just want to be in the lawn every time. Because I can just keep to myself. You know? Like, I don't mind being around people, but it's when the other people are around me and start encroaching upon my... Like, I'm not like you get away from me. I will talk to people, but, you know, it's when the drunk girl at the Brad Paisley concert walks up to me and says, hey, cowboy, you want to dance? And I'm like,
No.
And then I don't know what to say because she's like 15 years older than me, and I'm like, are you trying to hit on me, or do you actually just want to dance?
I would
and
just hit a quick
I'm not even
no and turn the other way.
And I'm not even 18, and me being caught off guard, this is what I said. No, crap, what did I say? Have I told you about this?
But I forget what you said.
This is what I said. I said, I'm sorry, I'm a little young. And she lost it. Like, she was like, she told me to F off, and like, yeah, but she was drunk. Like, she was,
Yeah, fair.
she was inebriated. So I was kind of like, well, I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have said it like that.
Why? What was
But-
wrong with it?
Well, I just me saying that implies that she would like. I actually probably think she probably just wanted to dance. Like, she didn't seem like she had an ulterior motive. I was caught off guard, and the first two things that came to my head were, this woman is drunk, and she's much older than me. And so my first thing was, I'm a little young. And so to her, that comes off as, also she's drunk. So let's put that into perspective. She's like, she's going to take offense to that. Like, you're a drunk woman at a Brad
The game's
Paisley
the
concert.
game. Get your age down.
Yeah, catch up.
You know, stop being so prehistoric. We left those times
Ancient.
behind.
No, that would actually be funny though. If somebody somebody DM us on Instagram if you want bad date. If you want, I shouldn't say bad. If you just want dating advice, if you want a mixed bag of dating advice, you can. We'll figure out the minutia, and maybe we can hop on an Instagram call, and maybe I can like put their speaker into my mic, and we can have a little.
This is a disaster pending.
And if they have a Discord, then they could join. They could join a Discord call with us. That would be better, but you never know. Some people don't have that. I would be willing to. That would work. Just play the odd. Just play their. That would.
It would work. I just feel like it'd be hilariously. Well, no, I would be hilariously bad. I'd just be chilling there like dog ditcher or something like. Okay. She ain't for you, Chief.
Just. That would honestly, I think that'd be a fun segment to just every now and then to just do it.
It would be pretty funny.
Just for no reason. It has no ties to music or anything. But just, what if it was its own thing? Like its own like short, like 15, 20-minute episode. Like, tell us what you think, guys. I like the idea of this. Yeah, Notting Hill's good. Tenille Townes, you're not listening.
But if you are,
I'm sorry. I don't know. I have no excuse. I cannot atone for my sins. But your newest EP was pretty decent, so that's cool. And I think you're still single, so hit me up.
Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Movies Not Music. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a comment below. And if you'd like to connect with us personally, you can find both of us on Instagram at The Waves on the Shore, and our personal accounts, myself, Evan, at The Overshore, and Jaron at JEPWOTS.